Alright guys, I'm gonna be doing a bit of gaming on Steam Deck. I was gaming on the iPhone over here and I was doing a bit of gaming. So that's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, iPhone 12, Steam Deck, and I'm recording all of this on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Right, so I just want to go into Steam. I'm using two monitors attached to the Steam Deck. So I've got an Acer monitor, it's got Task Manager. I've got an AOC gaming monitor, it's got Windows Mobility Center. It has sound. Well, I'll just show you the apps that I'm running. This is Windows Mobility Center. Wait, let me just... I'm not used to this, this video camera, this camera of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. But that's Windows Mobility Center. I'm just taking that to the AOC gaming monitor. That's sound. That's what I'm talking about, the sound thing. Because I'm using a DualSense controller, anyone who plays games, PC games, will understand once you connect this to your PC or laptop, this does take the sound away. That's why I require that. So if there are games that are taking the sound and trying to use the DualSense controller, you can come in here and disconnect or disable. I have disabled the DualSense controller, but sometimes it happens. So I like to have this on the AOC gaming monitor. So if anything does happen, I can quickly fix it. And then this thing is called Set Timer Resolution. I use that for... It's not as important as you might think, but it does have some relevance to do with resolution in gaming. Right, this is DS4 Windows. As you can see, that's purple, and that's purple right there. Right, so what's this? I'll show you what this does. Right, so let's say, for example, I wanted to edit DS5, and I click on this. And let me just bring this more into view. Gonna make this widescreen. At the moment, I selected this is for it's a DualShock controller. It's a PS4 gamepad. If I wanted to map the controller, I could. You see, it's got the FN keys, it's got the number keys, it's got the A, B, C's up to Z. It's got space, Windows key. It's got tabs, it's got caps, left shift, right shift. Left control, right control. It's got the up and down arrow keys. It's got the print, backspace, delete. You know, all the end keys. It's got the number key pad as well. It's got the mouse buttons here as well. All the mouse buttons, middle mouse, left, right click. You know, if you got extra buttons on your mouse, you can also map them. So it's got extras. I think it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. And that's probably for the scroll wheel up and down. You can also, when you map something, you can also color it. So it can be indicated by a color as well. And I think these colors are not bound. So they're not like limited. They're unlimited. It just goes with, I think you can customize them. I think you can go into the color and change it. I don't want to change anything. I have to select something first. Like select something and then go into it. I don't want to change anything in here.
I don't know that one.
Oh. Right. Okay. This should be Xbox, but it's showing this gamepad. Right. Let me use something new. I want to create a new one. It says do you want a preset? Yes, on Xbox 360. Apply. But it doesn't show me the gamepad for Xbox 360. That's kind of strange. Right, let me go into settings. Then I'm going to go for device options. Okay, because the reason why it's doing that is because I'm only allowing this program to recognize, because it does say controller type options. I've only clicked on DualSense controller support, but I can click on DS4 and DS3. DS3 represents PlayStation 3, and DS4 is PlayStation 4, and DualSense controller support represents PlayStation 5. There is Switch Pro controller support, and there's Joy-Con controller support. But I just want the DS3, DS4, and DualSense. Now, what are these going to do? They're going to enable PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and DualSense controller support. I don't see an Xbox controller support here. I don't know if this has recently changed, because sometimes when you go for new, you see it's supposed to give you an option, and you say yes, but I'm just finding like it's just putting one. Like that is, it would normally have shown me a new gamepad, not the one you're currently looking at. So that's Xbox 360. It's supposed to change this to an Xbox 360. I think what has happened is it might be some kind of new update that has happened, because normally it would have given me an option. You see, I got DS5, that's DualSense X or DualSense 5, and Xbox. But I do use Xbox because it is easier to use Xbox than a PlayStation gamepad, because it's more compatible games on PC. Right, this is AMD power control panel, and this one does state power status docked, TDP sustained is 49 watts, TDP slow limit is 49 watts, TDP fast limit is 49 watts, GPU max frequency 400 megahertz, and then maximum processor frequency is 3500 megahertz, which is 3.5 gigahertz, and then maximum unpack cores. Right, so unpacking of cores just means the amount of cores you want the Steam Deck to use. And what this will enable your Steam Deck to do is that your Steam Deck will be able to... I'm trying to think of the word. How can I say this? The Steam Deck has got 4 cores. Let's say you're only playing games that require 1 core to 2 cores. What does that do? The 1 core to 2 cores means you can save on battery, on the battery power. Let's say you're out and about, you're going to your friend's house, you want to go to the park, you're going for a picnic, but you want to take your Steam Deck with you. There's some 2D gaming that you want to do. It's not serious 3D gaming, it's 2D games that you want to play, but you want to use the cores up to 2 cores or 1 core. 1, your Steam Deck will use less power, and 2, you will preserve your battery life and you'll protect your battery. So the unpacking of cores is mainly used either to save power or to actually use the full potential of the Steam Deck. That is what unpacking of cores means. So take it like this. You've got a laptop at home. It's a gaming laptop, like I've got my gaming laptop. It's got 16 cores. So you can just imagine if you unlock 16 cores on your laptop. But then you have to remember, because the gaming laptop, the power consumption is never really going to use 16 cores. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like you got a car, your car's got 4 gears on it, and you know most cars got 5 gears, right? I don't know if I don't know about automatic cars. I'm talking about manual cars. And each gear you put your car in, the faster your car goes. You understand? And as you're going into the gear 3, mostly that's the gear that you kind of speed up, and then you put it back into gear 4, and gear 4 is the speed that you want to travel with your car at. So you're using less fuel, but you're still going at a high speed. You understand? So it's the same thing with the Steam Deck. As soon as it reaches the 3rd core, it's kind of speeding up, but it's not going down. It's kind of stuck at the 3rd core. You know, it's like a 3rd gear. But you can imagine if you're driving a car and you put it in the 1st gear, out of neutral, the car is already starting to jump because you're not really changing the gears, you're not going fast enough for the car. But if you put in the 2nd gear, you're kind of easing up on the pedal and allowing the car to use a bit of fuel, so at least you're moving a bit. You're not going fast, but maybe you want to park your car, or maybe you're not going a long distance, you know. Maybe you're taking your car from your house to the garage just to park it. So you wouldn't usually use above gear to park your car. I don't know these new cars these days, they got parking gears and all that. But it's the same thing. The less your car consumes on traveling, the less speed your car uses. The same thing with the Steam Deck. If it uses 1 core to 2 cores, the less amount of power it requires, because it's not going to use the full potential of the Steam Deck. Thus, it saves power on your battery. Therefore, you don't need to use carry around your adapter with you, because your Steam Deck may even last up to 9. Well, I've never seen a Steam Deck lasting 9 hours, but it depends on the game you play. So, like I said, a platform game, 2D, those cartoon type games may not kill your Steam Deck's battery. But it also depends. Steam Deck's got a lot to it, like the brightness of the screen. As long as you're not killing the brightness on your screen, then yeah, you can preserve the battery of your Steam Deck. So the less power you give your Steam Deck, the longer your battery life. You understand? I hope that makes sense to someone. The less you give to the Steam Deck in terms of power, the less amount of battery you use on your Steam Deck. It's like your friend comes to your house and says, "Oh, I'm hungry," and you give him a packet of chips. He's not going to really get full from the chips, but it's going to be enough for him to ease up and say, "Oh, okay, that's fine for now. Maybe later when I go home, I'll eat a proper meal," you know? So that's what you're doing when you use 1 to 2 cores. When you use 3 to 4 cores, your friend's going to come to your house and say, "Oh, that packet of chips, bro, is not enough. I need some rice, I need some chicken on that rice, or I need some beans or something, you know, I need some protein." You know, if you got a few bananas or something, apples, add those too, you know, add a juice or something, or a glass of water. You see, the more he consumes, the more active your friend will be with you, isn't it? Maybe you want to go outside, you want to go to a party or something. You eat first and then you go to the party. So you don't go there and start begging for food. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. The more power you give the Steam Deck, the more the Steam Deck will drain from your battery. So why do I use 49 watts? I use 49 watts, but I do have a different voltage. I've got 10 watts, I've got 35 watts, and I got 49 watts. So the 35 watts is good for some gaming, but if I'm going to play games like Call of Duty 3 Modern Warfare, I need 49 watts. Of course, the power adapter for the Steam Deck does not go up to 49 watts. It only goes up to 45. But I have this saying: if you're going to overclock the Steam Deck, why go for a small amount of power? You see, I'm going to go for the highest amount of power because I want to see what the Steam Deck can do. This is my power plan. This is called quick CPU, and this also can unpack cores. And this will actually has graphs for utilization of RAM, utilization for temperature of your CPU, and the utilization clock for your clock. But right now it's just saying 1.5, 1.4, because obviously I'm not gaming. Once I start gaming, if I was to show you the clock, it would be maybe touching at, yeah, it does touch 3.5 gigahertz. But it depends with what you're doing. Right, so let's not waste too much time. I was just explaining what the cores are and what my power plan is and what I'm doing with the Steam Deck. Right, I'm gonna jump straight into I'm gonna jump into Vigor first. Right, this will be a quick game. It's just a Vigor game, and then I'll make the next video.